guys, welcome back to my channel. With you is your girl Impact Favor, and yes, I film about faith, purposeful living and lifestyle. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, make some noise. Yes, you're also welcome as well. Thank you for spreading the good news. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the comments. I mean, my last video was awesome. Thank you guys on the engagement. I really appreciate you all. And yes, today I'm here with another video, and I promise you it's going to be interesting. So you're free to like even before listening to what this video is about. Yes, you are free to, because trust me, it's going to be amazing, right? Yeah. So this video is something very relatable. It's something very, it's something very obtainable in the society, right? I don't think that we have done much justice to this topic, because unlike the elder brother, don't worry, I'm going to just calm down, just follow me. Unlike the elder brother to this topic, right, a lot of time I hear a lot of people write about it, people film on it, people even carve out movies from it, right? But this particular one that is even the bedrock, this one that is even the major one, I've not really heard a lot of opinions. I've not really heard a lot of discussions about this situation, about this topic I'm about to reveal, right? And it got me wondering, because I was also a victim of this, and being that there was no information of this sort, and even if they are very limited, right? So I couldn't get hold on any helpful material when I was passing through this situation. And now that I am healing, now that I'm far from where I used to be, I'm like, you know what, I feel like the world needs to, the world needs to have an idea, have a knowledge about these things, right? And that is what prompted this video. Can you guess? I am talking about friendship betrayal, friendship breakup, right? And also the post-traumatic, effects of friendship betrayal. Trust me, guys, friendship betrayal is a lot, and I'm surprised that I don't really hear much about these things. I don't know, between friendship and relationship, like love relationship, romantic relationship breakup, I'm still trying to find out which breakup hurts more. I feel like unless that relationship was built on friendship, but friendship breakup hurts. It's very deep. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very deep, right? This video is going to be in 4 stages. The first stage will just be a general rundown of my friendship breakup. The second stage will be the major stages of hurt in friendship breakup. Then the third one will be the effects of friendship betrayal, and the fourth one will be the lessons to learn from friendship betrayal, or what it taught me, right? So having broken down this video into 4 stages, let's dive right into the first step, or the first stage, right? Talking about my own friendship experience, it was a lot, and I'm not going to go into details, because truth be told, this is way back, right? And I have forgiven every person that were involved, right? Because I myself, I'm not also a saint. I also had my own fair share in the whole situation or disaster. I also had my own fair share of of faults, right? So I've forgiven everybody, and we are all cool. However, for the sake of knowledge, right, and that is what my video on my channel is all about, where we learn, where we unlearn, where we relax, we glean knowledge, wisdom, and rub minds together, and we have a holistic and a healthy approach to life, right? So for the sake of knowledge, that's why I'll just be hinting, but I'm not going in details, because to be very honest, the details does not really count, right? It's the knowledge from the experience that matters the most. So yes, this was me in mine was far back, right? It happened in secondary school, senior secondary school. So my parents had moved me from where I was to a new school, and I was still trying to settle into the environment. And personally, I'm a kind of person, when I'm in a new environment, I tend to hold back until I get comfortable, and then I unwind and become free with everybody. So we are still trying to get to know ourselves, but there was a little bit of old girls and new girls, because it was an all girls school. So there was a little bit of this was at the new people, this was at the old people. So the old people already, because the bond and the association was already there, right? So it was very easy, just picking up from where they stopped last break, right? But we coming in, it was like it was a hard nut for us to crack, trying to get into their spaces and all those stuff. And I happened to click with somebody. She was also a new person, a new student as me, but hers was she kind of had an edge. So this person, because of she had an edge, to an extent, she was always getting notes, meeting up with deadlines and all those stuff. But me, they flog me, they overwipe me in SS1, because when SS1 now, every teacher is giving out notes, and then you're new, so before you get an old girl that will be willing to lend you her notes and all those stuff, is hard work, right? So I got to a point that I beg, so they were always flogging me, every time they wanted to check for notes. But with this new person now, my notes was up to date. With this new person, my notes was up to date. She was helping me out in assignments, all those good stuff. And at least I could have a place I could go to visit other than my hostel. Because now, before I met this person, like, I was always in my hostel. I did not have any place I was going to, because I had not yet gotten used to my environment. I had not yet found a person or a friend that I could go visit and all that. But with this person, at least there was now somewhere to look out for outside of my hostel, my corner, my room, all those kind of stuff. And to be very sincere, it was a very beautiful experience, while it lasted. I was happy that at least somebody could see me, somebody could recognize that I'm part of the class, all those kind of stuff. And it was just a beautiful one. Already me in my head, because I love to think far, I've already said thinking, so in the next 15 to 20 years now, by then hopefully we'll be having our children around us, so we are going to be gisting them about how their mother's friendship started, all those kind of I can think, I was just thinking a lot of things, and it was a very beautiful one. I won't even lie. It's not because of it, the friendship scattered that or burnt down, that I will come and start saying no. It was a very beautiful one. And yeah, and it continued like that until our SS3. But I noticed that in SS2, the friendship started shaking a bit. This friendship started shaking a bit, and I was praying so hard that this friendship should not scatter, should not break, right? And as God would have it, I'm saying as God would have it, because thinking about it now, there is a reason for everything, right? There is a reason for that betrayal. There's a reason for that breakup. What you may term as not good, can actually be a blessing in disguise. This may be God preparing you for something ahead. This may be God wanting you to adjust and pick up some lessons for the future, right? And because of in our own limited knowledge, we'll just be like, this is so bad, why is it happening to me, and all those stuff. So I'm really grateful for that experience, and yeah, thankfully I got to learn a lot of lessons from that experience. So when we got to SS2, the friendship was a bit shaky, right? The friendship was a bit shaky, and I could sense that something is off somewhere, and I was trying so hard to hold on to it and make sure that everything goes well and all those stuff. And when we got to SS3, everything just went haywire, everything just went south. It was, if you like say irredeemable, it was irredeemable. It was just bad, and painfully I had to let it go. And the way the thing crashed, it was just like an airplane crash, right? Very, very fatal, very, the drama was just too over the place, and it was too much for me, because not only did that my friendship break, even the other one I was trying to hold on to, like I was using as help my heart to support the pain and all that. The other one, I also discovered that the other one, there was also a betrayal there, and it was just a lot, right? And I could remember the date. That was 17th of June 2017, right? And I was just on the bunk. I was lying on the bare bunk, no bed, just the iron, and I was just crying, right? I couldn't even feel the pain of the iron, the bunk, because the pain in my heart was more heavier, was more deeper than what I was lying on. It was just so heavy, and when your heart is now saturated, that you don't even need to think too much for the tears to start pouring. I was just lying down there, and the tears were just coming down my eyes, and I was like, why? Right? Am I different in wanting to have a friend, in wanting to to be close to people, in wanting to experience the joy of human relationship? Am I different? I was just a lot of question. And right there on that bunk, 17th of June, I made that decision that, what, I am never going to have anything to do with any person. I am never, as long as friendship is concerned, I am never going to have anything to do with anybody. Just let me be me. In fact, in my mind, it was just like, you know what, thankfully I have like a sizable family, right? It's not like I'm the only child. I have other siblings. So let me just remain these broken pieces of my heart to love my family members, to love my sisters, to, and then maybe the remainder, I cannot use it to like love my husband when the time comes, right? And God taught me that it wasn't going to be possible if I still had that mindset, right? Don't worry, when we get to the lesson aspect, we are going to learn a lot about this. So this was me. I was broken, and because I mean, it was just a lot. It was just like crushing the heart that was already crushed. So the pain was too much for me to bear, and I just locked up. When I was in third year in school, my roommate showed me a video about a girl that committed suicide, right? And it happened that as if the other clique was against her. It was like as if they were once friends, and something happened, and they became arch enemies and all those stuff. And before you know it, the whole class turned against her. And at the end of the day, the next day, she wrote a suicidal note and she killed herself. And I'm like, see how far God brought me, because I could understand what that girl was passing through. To be very sincere, I don't know, but even though suicide was not an option for me then, but the heat was too much. I felt I was choked, because mine was even a boarding school experience. So 247, I got to stay in school. Like, it's not like maybe I will come to school, I will feel the heat, and I will go back and I will, relax in the warm and loving embrace of my parents and my family. Mine was 247. I got to see these people. I have to experience it. So it was just a loss. And I felt like running away. I felt like, let the world just open and swallow me. Like, let the earth just open and swallow me. Like, I am tired. Like, it got to a point, like, and in fact, okay, we are going to talk about it in the effect aspect. So this was just what my friendship experience looked like, and it was horrible. It was scary. It wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant. And yeah, so that is that. All right, so the next step in today's video, I'm talking about the stages of hurt in friendship betrayal, right? I arranged it sequentially. So the first step, or the first stage when you experience friendship betrayal, is hurt, right? Hurt. After hurt, you get blame. After blame, you then see fear. After fear, you see resistance, and then you see denial, right? In this order. So first of all, for me, when I experienced that, I was pained. When I got out of school, I will still think over it and I will cry. I think it took me months to start opening up to my siblings, and I feel like that was where the healing started coming from, right? That was where the healing, when I started telling people about these things, and also when God says shedding light and giving me reasons why these things had to happen to me. We are still coming to that aspect. When I came out from school, the hurt was too much. The hurt, I would just stay and my chest is burning. I would just stay and the pain was excruciating, right? I would just like as if somebody is shredding my heart, and I would just think back, and tears will start coming out again. This is something this is months. I'm talking about months, right? And the tears, just like as if it happened yesterday, right? The hurt was just too much for me at that point. I was hurting. I was hurting. Then after the hurt, then you now see blame. Blame now you're not looking at the situation and like, I would have picked up the signs. I would have done this. I would have, like, it's not like you're blaming yourself. For me, I could remember that time. I'll be like, but I heard I would have done this. Like, the signs were there. Why did I overstay my welcome? Why did I just follow blindly? I thought I was smarter than this, Why did this even happen to me? Like, those kind of blame, you start blaming yourself. Sometimes you might even blame the person. You can blame the environment, just because you're trying to relieve the pain. You're trying to relieve the hurt. Like, you're trying to get it off you, right? So you're now looking for who to pour this blame on, thinking that maybe blaming somebody or blaming yourself will make you feel better. But it only deepens the situation, because when you start to blame yourself, it opens you up, or it gives room to fear. So that situation, when I was done with blaming myself, I got into another stage of hurt, which is fear, right? So I became afraid. And fear is like, I know fear is false experiences appearing real and all that, but fear can be a side effect or a consequence of something, right? So most, if you have not had an experience of something, you may not really have any fear about it. Do you get it now? Like when I'm saying, like, maybe if you have not been burnt of fire, you may just be like, you see a small child, the child will still be struggling to put his or her hand through the fire. But immediately that child is, burnt, once beaten twice shy, immediately that child gets burnt by fire, you see that even if, like, when they see fire, he will be scared, right? So with me, that experience was, I became scared. I was now, there was this fear, fear of friendship, fear of rejection, fear of, I just became afraid of a lot of things. I became scared of myself because I really, like, the way the friendship even crushed. I was like, are you sure tomorrow I get into another friendship and maybe I'm the cause of the issue, something happens and everything goes south, and I just became scared of everything. I was just afraid, like, anything friendship, I don't want to hear, because I'm scared of the outcome. I don't want anything that will crush what I'm still trying to manage. You get it? So yes, you become scared of undergoing that same situation, that same process, that same experience. And when you are now scared, or when you are afraid of undergoing that same experience, it gives room to what? To resistance, right? So now resistance now is this fear then builds a wall around you subconsciously, right? It builds a wall. Like in my own situation, right? Because of this fear, subconsciously, when people are coming close to me, and there's a kind of movement you will make, like, I know that this person is wanting more, because in life you just need to be cool with everybody, you need to be fine. Like, friendship is a choice, but you must love everybody. So there's one that is general love, and when somebody is trying to go the extra mile, maybe to become a friend, immediately my head, I just receive the signal, like, hey, alert, 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 and most of the time I just hold back, right? So that, because of that fear is still there, because of that hurt is still there, I just withdraw. So maybe I may not really answer the way I'm supposed to answer, reply the way I used to reply, or I may just say something that that will just weaken the person's energy, right? And yeah, so in fact, throughout my university days, I did not have, I think I just get to call one person a friend, right? And even this person, there was sometimes in my mind just be telling me, are you sure? Are you sure this person is too good? I remember then I was even scared of her because she was too nice to be true. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, maybe just a matter of time and I will see who this person really is. But throughout, I knew her since my second year till my final year, with all the strikes in between. Her character was just consistent. I think that her coming my way was one of the instrumental tools God used to heal me. That, see, Favor, I know you must have experienced a lot in friendship, but they are still good people. They are still nice people. They are still amazing friendship. There is still love in sisterhood, right? Because that is why sometimes some girls will be like, that's why I don't like to talk to girls. I just like to roll with the guys, right? But with this girl, it was just like, see, sisterhood is still amazing. Like, so you can see somebody outside of the family and you resonate with that person, you connect with that person, you click with that person, that this person become even tighter than a family member. Do you get the point? Yeah. So that was just that, the resistance, now building a wall around you. You're not approachable. You prove to be unloving and all those stuff. And guess what? Most of the time when you see people like this, it's not like they are doing it consciously. It's not like there's any special thing attached to it. They are trying to protect themselves. But at the end of the day, they are also hurting themselves in the process, right? Hurt people hurt others and also themselves, right? So they are hurting others by making other people feel bad coming close to them, and they're also hurting themselves because at the end of the day, they want to be accepted, they want to be loved, they want to be seen and heard, but they feel that they are promising themselves too much. So why not settle for what is achievable, which is what? Break up. So they are meeting any person, and at the back of their mind, they are already thinking like, okay, what worse could actually happen with this person? What is the worst thing that will happen? Some of them, when you see them, they already come with their defense. They're already attacking. Like, anything you tell them is just like a war. So you have to apologize for every sentence you make, because already in their mind, like, they have a broken lens. They are seeing world from a broken perspective, right? I remember that my friend, they always tell me that, people, you overthink things. Like, you overthink things. I'm outside, maybe I'm outside with her, and she also had her own clique of friends, right? Amazing people. And I'm outside with them, and it's like as if I cannot talk, I'm just quiet, I'm observing, and these people are nice people. And to be very sincere, when I got to know her as a friend, they were also open to accepting me into the family of the friendship, right? But that fear of, I know that this is my friend, I know that she's okay, she's nice, but I don't really know these people, I've not spent time with them. Are you sure that these people will not see me as intruding into their space? Are you sure that in their mind of heart, in their deepest mind, they don't want me to be outside of the family? Like, I feel like I'm like they have known themselves way too much for me to come in, and I don't want to scatter anything. Like, I just want she'll just be like, people, you're overthinking this thing. This, and to be very sincere, they were really amazing people. Even I met people that were amazing, right? I mean, in university, I met people that they were nice. Like, you know what I mean? They were sincere, but still that fear. In fact, sometimes I will even sleep and I will even dream of, maybe if I'm talking with this person, I'm cool with this person, I'll just dream of, that same situation that happened to me in secondary school, maybe, but now not with that friend, maybe with this person now I'm talking with. And my mind, I'm like, yeah, I need to be careful. Do you get? So it made me, I wasn't open. So even when I'm relating with people, at the end of the day, maybe I end up relating with people, I see held back a lot. So most times these people, they will just be like, maybe it's as if this girl does not trust me, or it's as if I'm talking to this girl, but as if you will feel the barricade, right? You will feel the wall. And for me then, it was just like I was trying to protect myself, right? But at the end of the day, I was still hurting because I knew that these people were genuine, but there was just something at the back of my mind that said it is better to protect yourself than getting yourself mixed up in that same situationship as before. And who knows if you will survive it this time. So that is that.
All right, denial is a situation whereby you fail to recognize with that little child until it bears a different personality in you. Maybe you don't want to recognize with her because of the hurt and the pain you normally go through, or even the trauma you normally go through as a result of whenever you remember these incidents, and therefore it then bears a different personality in you. That is denial. That is when your heart have matured into being broken and being a personality.
These are the stages of friendship betrayal. And this is a message to every person. That is why you need to be careful on the kind of motivational speeches you listen to, because most of the time these inspirational talk or these motivational speeches, they are bettered from a place of pain. Jesus Christ had emotions, and as Christians, it makes no sense trying to spiritualize our emotions, trying to deny the fact that we feel a certain way. If you are hurt, admit that you are hurt. God started teaching me about forgiveness. Every person can be nice as long as they want to get something from you. He also made mention, it was like, even this husband that you're saving the broken pieces of your heart. You cannot love from a broken heart.